Hi, Opulent Straws here. It's been 4 weeks and we already have another 100 subscribers. That is insane. Do you know how insane that is? 100 people saw my channel and decided that they should follow me in 4 weeks. That's crazy. Thank you all for that. We're a 10th closer to 1,000. But to get the other 4 parts, why don't you consider subscribing if you like what I do? If you're worried because I haven't posted in forever, don't worry, it won't be that long normally. I'm refreshed and ready to start making videos on all of the things I've been doing over the summer. Seriously, I was running out of ideas. This week's video is about my original character clan. As you can probably guess, this took a really long time. It's definitely going in that playlist of things that took me way too long to do. I mean, I started it when we were leaving, just before my 4-week break. I sketched the whole thing on a 6-hour flight. I didn't work on it every day, of course, but most days I would finish a cat or two and then we made it home and school started and I found out I only had a handful of cats left to draw. So today I'll be going into their individual stories, personalities, family relations, and etc. Starting off with the leader of Wind Clan, Hailstar. Hailstar is a respected and loved cat in Wind Clan. His level-headedness and wit make him a great leader. He wasn't always like this, however. When he was an apprentice, he met Creekstar, who is now RiverClan's leader. The two quickly became friends and snuck out of camp to practice training and make up stories. When they got made warriors, Creekstar, currently Creekgaze, admitted that she had feelings for her Wind Clan friend. Hailstar was left stunned and wondered what he should do. He was so torn between his clan and his heart, but he summoned up the courage to tell her that he was loyal to his clan and that they couldn't be together. Ever since that, Creekstar has been curt and polite with him, especially when she became leader after him. They still think of each other as friends, however, and keep their clans close. Next is Dovesong. She is our protagonist's mother and the deputy of Wind Clan. Hailstar chose her for her quick decision-making skills and natural ability to calm cats in her clan down if needed. Doveball was a rebellious apprentice, though. She was constantly getting into fights with other clan cats and more often than not leading to senior warriors scolding her for her sharp tongue. The cat who constantly kept her in check, though, is now her mate, Dustmask. He always told her that she should be more like her sister, Petalflight, but Dovesong just rolled her eyes at this. She loves him and their 2 kits dearly, though, and would do anything to keep them safe. Everyone in the clan thinks that she would make a great leader in the future. Oh, Moondancer. I love a cranky medicine cat once in a while. Moondancer is Hailstar's advisor. Whenever he is overwhelmed, she is always there to help him decide what's best for the clan. She is quite old now, older than him and Dovesong, but she won't let that stop her. She stated that she was not going to retire and she would serve her clan until death. Many cats come to Moondancer not just for her healing, but for her wise words or comfort. Despite her harsh exterior, Moondancer loves her clan and those who are close to her a lot. Especially her friend from RiverClan, Waterstripe, who is around her age. She keeps calm in any situation and is a great medicine cat. Leadership in Wind Clan is just going great. Whitepaw is Duskpaw's slightly older sister. She is a very energetic and friendly apprentice who chose to train as a medicine cat eagerly. Her enthusiasm and slight clumsiness amuses her mentor, but she is a very fast learner. She is a bit oblivious to her brother's toxic mentorship, but she is one of the first cats Duskpaw goes to when he needs support. She is extremely social and likable, leading to RiverClan's younger medicine cat Sheeppaw to take an interest in her. She talks about him constantly, much to her brother's annoyance, and meets up with him to collect herbs and chat. Another one of her friends is ThunderClan's young medicine cat, Pounce, who lost her mentor at a young age. She is terrified about the prospect of one day losing Moondancer and having to take over as the sole medicine cat, but she tries her best to stay positive. Overall, she is a very innocent being and I love her a lot. My friend actually made her in Warrior Cats Ultimate Edition Roblox, and she asked me if I could use her in my story and give her a personality. I agreed, and now she is one of the most important characters in the story. Her and Dustpaw's dad, Dustmask, is basically your ideal warrior. He's a bit goofy and finds it hard to stay serious, especially when he's with his family. He adores his mate and kids and is very jovial because of them. He is a tiny bit insensitive and oblivious sometimes and needs Dovesong to point things out for him, but he is extremely loyal. He supports his younger brother Hailstar whenever he needs it, and he was definitely his second choice as deputy. Dustmask isn't jealous of Dovesong at all. In fact, he couldn't be more proud. He didn't think that he would ever be able to fill her spot and be Duststar one day, so he's perfectly happy with how things turned out. When he started falling for Dovesong as an apprentice, he was confronted most of the time by Rabbit-Ear, her adopted brother. He thought nothing of it until Dovesong yelled at Rabbit-Paw in front of him for being overprotective. After this outburst, he decided to get to know Dustpaw, and now as warriors, they are inseparable. As you can tell, his kit Duskpaw was named after him. Rabbit-Ear complements Dustmask's personality well, and the two level each other out, as cats always say that he's loosened up after becoming a warrior. He was brought in by his mother as a kid. Birchwind refused to tell the clan who fathered him, so cats remain slightly unsure. That is, everyone except Dovesong, Petalflight, and their mother, who took him in as Birchwind hadn't had any other kids for him to play with. He felt hurt by his mother's distance, but he's happy that now she's with Voltuft and he has younger half-siblings to talk to and advise. After Dovesong got mad at him and he got to know Dustmask better, his terror of messing up and being kicked out of the clan subsided, and he often got compliments and praise for his speed and thoughtfulness. He is now one of the senior warriors and has just had kids with Alderberry, a kitty pet who joined the clan as an outcast, like him. He related to her whenever she felt insecure, and she quickly grew to like him a lot, much to his previous confusion. They are both over the moon about their children, Hairkit and Dawn-Kit, and he continues to be a cat that his clanmates can relate to or get advice from. Petalflight is a quiet and calm warrior, and her design is based off of my friend's cat, Martha. She is quite similar in looks to her niece, Whitepaw, the curly cream and white fur, fluffy tail, round ears and elegant neck. She also has some obvious resemblance to her sister, Dovesong, with the speckles, eye shape, socks and face. When she was an apprentice, she had been close to Rabbit-Ear, who had a brief crush on her before deciding against it when he met Alderberry. She is the only older cat, apart from Hailstar, who doesn't have a mate, but she has many friends in other clans. The one closest to her is Aspen Skye, a senior warrior in ThunderClan. She is a little bit cocky, however, stuck into Windclan territory and got caught trying to find her friend. Petalflight scolded her at the next gathering for this, but Aspen Skye just brushed it off. Overall, she is very calm and pretty chill. Now time for a slightly younger generation of warriors. Starting off with Tiger Spike. He is one of the main characters / antagonists in the story. He is Duskpaw's mentor, and as I mentioned before, he made things pretty hard for him in the start. Tiger Spike as a kid had been brave and a bit reckless. His sister, Bluford, had stuck close to his mother, so he had spent the days outside of the nursery playing with his brother, Sandkit. Everything changed when they snuck out of camp and Sandkit got bitten by a snake. Tigerkit tried to drag his brother back to camp by himself, but it was too late, and the venom reached his heart. He received glares and distant treatment from his clanmates for being so reckless for the rest of his apprenticehood. Ashamed of the way the clan thought of him, and weighed down with survivor's guilt, Tiger Spike became cold and aggressive. He was given an apprentice, and he took it out on Duskpaw. Then, Leopard Snow, another cat near his age, was made a warrior and started going on patrol with him frequently. Her jokes and unusual kindness towards him kept him slightly happier. Then Dovesong spoke to the warrior and told him that it wasn't his fault about Sandkit and they were all too harsh on him. She also slyly pointed out that he should get to know Leopard Snow better. A little while later, she was carrying his kits, and after these events he became extremely happy and uncharacteristically kind. When his children were born, he named them Mouse Kit and Owl Kit. Then tragedy struck. His mate and kits were murdered by Icepool, ShadowClan's deputy, in an attack on camp. He snapped and immediately leaped on her, killing the warrior in an instant. Once again, he took his pain out on Duskpaw, leading to his apprentice leaving the clan unknown to him. He has a harsh story, but without him, there wouldn't be a plot. Leopard Snow is his mate. Obviously, she doesn't live long, which is kind of sad. But anyways, she's a cocky, headstrong warrior. Her brothers, Hailstar and Dustmask, who were born in another litter to her, always want the best for their little sister. She was born when they were middle-aged apprentices, so there isn't a massive age gap, but enough to be noticeable. She loves her mate and kits a lot, and before she died, she fought Icepool fiercely to defend her young. She was too weak, however, and the deadly warrior made quick work of her and her kits, as horrible as that sounds. She's pretty relevant to the plot, because if she hadn't died, Tigerspike would have stayed happy and Duskpaw wouldn't have left. I actually made an animation meme / mini AMV drawing my break as well, so I'll be posting that soon. It's about all of the bad things that led up to Duskpaw leaving. Leopard Snow's death, Tigerspike's anger, and Moonpaw's death. Now an even younger generation. These characters are a bit more obscure, so their stories aren't really as long. Starting off with a protective older sibling, Coupe Bray was recently mentored by Petalflight and inherited her calm, forward personality. I had a lot of fun with her design. Putting the white stripes down her face and the markings on her legs was really fun. I also liked her hazel eyes. I think it ties in nicely with the other colours. She loves her siblings despite her exasperation being shown every now and then when Leaf Whisker gets in trouble. She isn't interested in having any kids in the future right now. Leaf Whisker is a tortoiseshell tom, which I know isn't genetically accurate, but not a lot of things in waaaay cats are genetically accurate, so it's alright. Just think of Soul and Redtail. He is confident and cheeky, but doesn't mind helping Duskpaw with duties whenever things get hectic, being the only apprentice in the apprentice den. He is very likeable, and I bet many cats in the other clans want to get to know him better. He was mentored by Rabbit Ear and inherited his wit. He may not use it in the same way as the senior, however, preferring to joke and tease others, or make clever comebacks. I really like his design and personality. Squirrel Pounce is a fluffy, pretty she-cat who has sparkly blue eyes. Her good looks aren't the only thing cats like about her, however. She is pretty serious and sarcastic, preferring to roll her eyes and show any real emotions. Her mentor was Dustmask, who made her hunting skills some of the best in the clan. This gave her the suffix Pounce. Her design makes me so happy. I just love how different she looks from her siblings and how she's the only dark-robed cat in the clan. I also love how she resembles a squirrel but still looks like a cat. Her round ears, stocky short build, soft fur and massive fluffy tail helped with that. If she hadn't been such a good hunter, I bet she would have been called Squirrel Tail. The three's mother, Birchwind, is currently a queen. She'll be moving to the Elder's Den with her mate Voltuft when Bluford has had and weaned her kids. She is a cranky calico queen with a bony build and a harsh stare. She does love her son Rabbit Ear, but just feels a bit uncomfortable talking to him. She's glad that he appreciates his half-siblings, however. Her mate before Voltuft was a rogue she met in Two-Leg Place near where the kitty pets live. When he found out she was carrying kits, he stopped meeting her and she grew bitter, giving up on him altogether. A while after this harsh event, she and Voltuft became mates and had 3 kids, despite their older age. When her kits were ready to be apprenticed, White Kit and Dust Kit were born. Because of Dovesong's duties, she looked after them and took some herbs to help her milk come, while Dovesong took some to stop it so that she could carry on being second in command. She does have a soft spot for both of them and was devastated when she found out that Duskpaw left. Much later in the aftermath, she got green cough and died. Okay, I love this cat. Alderberry was a former kitty pet with a taste for adventure. She met Rabbit Ear when he was a young warrior when she was sitting on her owner's fence and he strayed too close to the edge of the two-leg nest. Later after, they got to know each other and she began asking questions about clan life and Rabbit Ear convinced her to join. At first, cats were a bit suspicious about her, but her kind nature and excellent hunting skills earned their respect. Then she became mates with Rabbit Ear, and a little while later they had their kits, Dawn-Kit and Hare-Kit. Dawn-Kit is very shy and cautious, preferring to be close to Alderberry. Hare-Kit, on the other hand, wanders around camp and loves to play with Duskpaw and Whitepaw. Bluford is a blue and cream tortoiseshell queen. She is currently expecting kits, and when they are born, their names will be Cloud-Kit, Rain-Kit, and Hay-Kit, all a sneaky reference to their rogue father. Bluford met a barn cat called Storm as a warrior. He is clever and very confident. In fact, he is basically the leader of all the barn cats. They started seeing each other, but when Bluford realized she was having his kits, she stopped, refusing to let him know. She didn't even say goodbye, which left Storm confused and heartbroken. Bluford misses him dearly and swore to herself that she would look after his kits and keep them safe. But at the same time, she is terrified about the clan finding out about their heritage and chasing her out. No one in the clan knows, except for Moondancer, who figured it out quickly. Later, when Duskpaw leaves the clan and meets Storm again, the Grey Tom tells him about his old mate who left. Duskpaw is shocked and asks if she was called Bluford. Storm says yes, and he starts clicking pieces together in his head. He hastily tells Storm that she had his kits. The rogue is astonished and feels even more betrayed that she didn't trust him. Voltaft is Moondancer's little mate. He is now a new elder. Every now and then he goes out to hunt with his kits. Voltaft is very proud of them and can't wait for Birchwind to join him in retirement. Not much to say about him other than the fact that he was supposed to be all brown at first, but me being a rebel and a think before do kind of person, I made one of his children a red cat. So I added a few pale ginger splotches on him. I know again, male tortoiseshells don't exist, but it explains where his son got his belt pattern from and where Squirrel Pounce got her red colouring from. His other daughter, Coupe Bray, looks a lot like her aunt Moondancer. And finally, we reach the final and oldest cat in the clan, Mudbraken. Also, I forgot to mention at the start, I won't be including Duskpaw in this, as he is the main character and I do want a more detailed reference for him. But anyway, Mudbraken is Hailstar, Dustmask, and Leopard Snow's father. His mate died of old age a little bit ago, and he's glad that he'll be able to join her in Starclan one day, and they'll get to watch their kits and their kits grow old and live their lives. As you may notice, he is blind in one eye and missing the other. He is definitely scarred from many battles, but he won't let that stop him from being a friendly and easy to talk to cat in the clan. And that is it. Hope you enjoyed listening to me pouring out my brain of everything I've come up with so far into this video. Actually, that's not entirely true. I've still got ideas for the other clan's apprentices in particular. But don't worry, I'm not going to draw an entire clan, or at least for now. If you like this video, consider subscribing and supporting me, because it took a crazy amount of time to make. This is my second day of recording audio, believe it or not. Make sure you stick around for the bloopers at the end, like, leave a comment, and as usual, have a lovely week. Aren't the only...